Hi, it's Ollie from Get Geek and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to talk about fees on Etoro and any fees that are associated when copy trading. If you enjoy this video then I'd really appreciate an early thumbs up as it really helps the YouTube algorithm, and please consider subscribing to my channel. Please note all information in this video is not intended to be investment advice, and if you do want investment advice then you should seek a licensed professional, and also past performance is not indicative of any future results. Now it's worth noting that this video is correct as at the 21st of December 2020, and Etoro could change these at any point in time. So I highly recommend that you go and review their fee pages, and you can even see they've got some examples there that help break things down just so you can understand. In general, brokers are always associated with fees because they have to make their money somehow. Some can be very high. I mean, if you look at Lansdowne Hargreaves, or is it Hargreaves Lansdowne? I think it's the second one. They charge 12 quid a trade in the UK, so that's quite a lot. But luckily there isn't this type of fee on Etoro, so that is one saving you'll get. But obviously Etoro still has to make their money somehow. So we're going to go through each of those fees here today. And I'm also going to explain whether they apply to copy trading. So firstly, if you are copy trading and you put money into a trader, then there is no direct fee for choosing to copy a person on Etoro, because the person you're copying gets paid in other ways, generally by Etoro, and so the more copiers they have, they are making more money for Etoro in general. So that is why there's no fee to copy a person and their positions through copy trading. So where fees may come into copy trading is based on how the person is trading or what they are trading. By that I mean, are they using leverage or sell positions? But we'll come on to that in a bit. So say you've just opened a new account on Etoro, or even if you've got an account on Etoro already, there is no fee to deposit money onto Etoro. But saying that, Etoro's base currency is in US dollar, which you cannot change. So all trades are placed in US dollar. So if you're coming from a currency that is not US dollar, you will have to pay a conversion fee to get it into US dollar. So if you just look on the website here, there are conversion fees which apply on both deposits and withdrawals unless the bank account your money is coming from is in US dollar already. Now, so this conversion fee depends on the currency you are funding from and is calculated based on pips. If you don't know what a pip is, it's basically a standardized unit and it's the smallest amount by which a currency quote can change. It is usually 0.0001 of a dollar for US dollar related currency pairs. If you're confused, then let's go through an example. So one pip is normally 0.0001 for US dollar related currency pairs. So assume that the GBP US dollar rate is 1.3345. So what that actually means is for every one GBP that you put in, you will get $1.3345 back. If you were to add one pip to this, you would get 1.3346, so basically that figure. So in relation to Etoro, if we wanted to deposit GBP to US dollar, then they would charge a conversion fee of 50 pips. Now, each of these currencies depends on A, which currency you're coming from, or two, and also depends on your payment method, whether it's a credit card. So some of them will have more higher fees depending on the way you're transferring or withdrawing the money. So if we do an example, so if we're going to deposit £1,000, then an example rate at the moment would be 1.3345. So if we were to normally do a conversion on this, for our £1,000, we would have got 1,334.5 US dollars back. But Etoro puts a conversion fee in here. So what actually happens is they have a conversion fee of 50 pips for GBP to USD, and if we do, so how that would work out is we would do 1.3345 minus our 50 pip rate, which means our new rate is 1.3295. So if we multiply our £1,000 by 1.3295, we get 1,329.5. So it's worth reviewing the fee page, as depending on your source currency or the different deposits or withdrawal method, some have higher pips than others. So, and one possibility, if you're in one of these countries which has a very high pip conversion rate, I mean, you could potentially speak to your bank even and see if they've got an option for a US dollar account, but then again, you'd have to start comparing what their conversion rates are and their exchange rates and all the rest of it. But I mean, when I've used eToros for converting money, the rate has always generally been pretty good. It's probably better than what you get down your local FX shop or post office to convert your money. So in regards to copy trading, this will apply to anyone who basically needs to deposit money and the money isn't coming from a US dollar account. So there's no way to get around this. Now, if we move on to the next fee. So now you have your money in eToro. When you're buying a stock or an ETF, then you actually gain ownership of the underlying asset, and it's held in your name. And they don't charge management fees, rollover fees, they don't charge commission, no ticket fees, and there's no additional broker fees. And you can see an example here. Well, you've got an initial investment of $1,000. The ask rate for Apple is $250. You want 4 units. There's no commission, no overnight fees. Your total fees are 0, which is great. So any stock positions that are non-leveraged and not a short position have 0% fees. But if you start using leverage or shorting positions, then you will run into fees. If we have a look at this page here, so CFDs are a popular way for trading different assets that allow greater flexibility, for example, leverage trading and short selling. CFD trading does not involve the acquisition of real assets and incurs spreads and overnight fees. We'll come on to overnight fees in a bit. So CFD fees are basically a markup on the buy or sell position, and is specific to what you're trading. So as you can see, currencies and commodities and indices are in pips, but ETFs and stocks and cryptos are in a percentage. If we were to go back, if we actually go and look at eToro, this is my virtual account here, and I'm going to use everyone's favorite stock, Tesla. If I was buying this, and I know the markets are closed at the moment, but the buy price at the moment is 648.51. There's no leverage on this, but if I was to put this to ×2 where we're using leverage, you'll notice that the price up here has changed. Now, this is due to the CFD fees. Now, as you can see, it doesn't change between the 5 and ×2 there. So if we were to go from a buy position to a sell position, you'll also see that sell positions are always a CFD trade and you don't hold the underlying asset. So in this case, the price is always the same depending on, no matter how much leverage you are using. Now, because for stocks and ETF CFDs, we're saying it's 0.09%. If we look at this, so the base price is 648.51. So if we do 648.51 times by 0.0009 would be, that would be the percentage. So that's 648.51 there, and if we add on our 58 cents, that's going to take it up to 649.09 there. So if you want to work these out, you can. All of the differences are here, so it just depends what you're trading basically. So obviously they've marked this up by 58 cents per share. So if you were to buy, I don't know, 10 shares of Tesla, then your fee is now $5.83. But this is only, again, if you're doing CFD trades. So in regards to copy trading, if you're copying someone and they're shorting or using leverage positions, then you will get the same associated fees as what this person who you're copying is getting, but for the amounts that are relevant to what you've invested, rather than what they've invested. So if we look at my copy portfolio here, this is just full of people I've copied over time. You can see I put $1,000 in this person at some point. back in 2017. And she has done a leverage position here, and you can see that it has charged me 3 cents. And if you're looking at your copy positions and you don't see these, you can change the settings up here, and you can change which columns are visible. Sometimes they're not there. I don't know if that's from me playing around or they just disappear. But you've got to bear in mind, if you're copying someone as well, then they will be taking this into account. They don't want to lose all their money by paying fees. They're trying to make a profit as well. So it's in their interest to keep their fees down to a minimum also and make money. So don't worry about it, and hopefully overall you should come out with a profit. I say hopefully because it doesn't always happen, but as long as the trader who you're copying is good, then hopefully everything will come out all right. Now, something else to bear in mind, now withdrawing from a copy trade doesn't actually cost you anything. So if I was to, let's pick someone on here, this issue guy, and if I just say I want to stop copying him and do that, then there is no fee for me to do that. So you don't need to worry about that. Now, when we were placing that trade on Tesla, you may have noticed down the bottom that when you're using leverage or a sell position, it talks about overnight and weekend fees down at the bottom here. So CFD fee positions that stay open overnight incur a small fee relative to the value of the position. It's essentially an interest payment to cover the cost of the leverage that you're using overnight, because technically eToro is lending you money and they charge an interest rate on that. So weekend fees are overnight fees that are charged for positions being kept open on the weekend, and then you get charged triple because it's charged for Friday night, Saturday night and Sunday night. And these are calculated using the LIBOR rate, which, if you don't know what that is, LIBOR stands for London Interbank Offered Rate, and it's the most commonly used benchmark rate that is given by banks when charging other banks for short-term loans. And there's a total of 35 different LIBOR rates posted each day, ranging from overnight to 12 months, based on 5 different currencies. But eToro uses the 1 month USD LIBOR rate for calculating overnight fees for stocks. So if that sounds a bit much, we'll break it down in an example, and hopefully it'll make a little bit more sense. So if we look here at this page, so for non-leveraged buy positions, buy stock positions, there are no rollover fees. So this is what we were talking about earlier. For leveraged buy stock positions and sell positions, the daily fee is calculated based on the size of the trade in units as follows. So the buy position and the sell position have 2 different interest rates. So the buy position is an annual interest of 6.4% plus 1 month LIBOR divided by 365, which is the number of days in a year, and multiplied by the opening buy price. A sell position has an annual interest rate of 2.9% plus 1 month LIBOR divided by 365 days again, and multiplied by the opening sell price. So they've broken it down by an example here as well. I'll put all the links for these below the video if you want to check them out later. So they're saying, let's take a buy investment of 10 units in Apple. And at the time of writing, 1 month LIBOR is at 1.55%, and the buy price of Apple is $174. So if we do 6.4% plus 1.55%, so that's your standard 6.4 plus the 1.55 LIBOR, divided by 365 for the number of days, and times $174 for the Apple stock price, you're going to get charged 3 to 3.7 cents per unit, or depends whether you want to read that, but yeah, wherever you round that, it's 3 or 4 cents. And then times by 10 units, it's 38 cents daily for that trade, because you're taking out 10 units. Now, again, if you're doing a sell position, then they're using the same LIBOR rate there as 1.55, and the sell price of Apple is 173.67. So they're using their rate from here, their 2.9% plus the 1.55% LIBOR divided by 365, times by the Apple share price of 173.67, and you're getting charged 2 cents-ish per unit. And so if you times that by 10 units, it's 21 cents daily for that trade. So again, if you're copying a person, then they will be trying to minimize these fees and maximize the profits. And you can actually view how much these fees are when you're looking at a person you're copying in your portfolio. So if we go back to Mobinet W, if you scroll down to the bottom, you can see in total, there's been $13.05 of closed fees. And it doesn't look like I can expose the overall fees in this view. So, I mean, one way to do that is if you go to all trades view, then you can filter by that, and then you can scroll down here and see the actual cost of the open fees, and it still doesn't total up at the bottom. So that's a little bit of a pain, but overall you'll get the gist of over time of whether someone's using high leverage or shorting positions by the total of the closed fees. So another fee that Etoro has is an inactivity fee, which basically if you don't log in for 12 months, Etoro will start charging you $10 monthly as an inactivity fee on any remaining balance until you're either out of money or you log in. But this can be avoided very easily by literally just logging into your account. And I'm sure if you're like me and you're interested in your investments, then you will be logging in just to check how things are going. And also if you're copy trading, then you probably want to log in at least once in 12 months. So you definitely want to be logging in more than that, just to check how the people you're copying haven't gone off the rails or they've just disappeared or something like that. Just, it's worth logging in. And then one last fee, which you're going to run into, is a withdrawal fee, which a withdrawal is classified as you taking money out of Etoro back to where you bought it in from, so either like PayPal or your bank account. You do not get charged for taking money out of a copy position. It's only when you move it out of your available balance back to your bank. So say you want to take your money out, this fee is over and above the conversion fee. So if because your money's now in US dollar on Etoro, if it's going back to say a GBP bank account, you're going to get charged a conversion fee again. And depending on which Etoro Club bracket you fall into, if you're in bronze, silver or gold, then it costs $5 each time you want to withdraw your money. If you're in platinum or above, then they waive the withdrawal fees. If you are in bronze, silver or gold, then it always makes sense to take more money out at once or minimize the amount of times you're doing it, because you're just going to get stung by $5 each time. It's like $5, which quickly adds up. So Etoro platform lends itself to leaving your money in the system and minimizing the amount of money you're taking in and out. So the longer it's in there, hopefully you'll be earning more money anyway. So it lends itself to keeping your money in the system. One other last little bit from the other fees page, as you can see quite clearly says here, there are no direct fees for copy trading. And if you want to get, also, if you decide you want to get involved in copy portfolios, then there are also no management fees here or any kind of commission, which is great, because I mean, if you were looking at something else like, I don't know, a mutual fund or a hedge fund or something like that, then there would be management fees involved. So they are a great alternative to those kind of funds. So as mentioned earlier, this is obviously only correct at the time of recording, and there's any chance that Etoro could literally change this tomorrow. So I advise you to go and do your own research and understand the principles I've talked about in this video. If you've got any questions about what you've seen here today, feel free to leave a question in the comments. I read them all and I will get back to you. And also, if you're interested in other videos about Etoro or trading, then please check out my channel, as there's a host more videos. And if you want to consider subscribing, then that would be great as you support the channel. If you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up, as it really helps the channel. And also, if you haven't signed up to Etoro and you're considering signing up, then please use the link below this video, which is an affiliate link, and I will get a kickback from you signing up using it. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps support this channel and helps me to make more videos like this. If there's any other videos you'd like to see me record, then please let me know in the comments. It's been Ollie from Get Geek. Thanks for watching. Bye.